Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video we're going to be going over all the products that I got during my drugstore haul. I did a drugstore haul about 3 to 4 weeks ago, about a month ago, and you guys said that you wanted me to do kind of like an update on the products that I got. So that is what we're going to be doing today. I know I unboxed a few things on Snapchat a few days after I posted that haul video, but this is just gonna be stuff that I posted in that haul video. The other stuff I'll mention in like a hits and misses, because this video is probably going to be very, very long because I do have a lot of products to kind of share with you. Before we get started though, if you are new to my channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button right down below there. That way you get notified of my future videos that I post. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the makeup products. The first things that I have to share with you guys are these from Physicians Formula. These are the Bronze Booster like contouring palettes, the highlight and contour palettes. I have the matte one and then I also have the shimmer one, and this is what they look like right here. They do come with 3 shades and then they also come with a brush. Now I do have to say I like the shimmer palette. It is really nice. It's a little bit powdery. Both of these are a little bit powdery, but I feel like the shimmer palette is beautiful. The color that I have mostly been using is this top one right here, the very like stark white one. It is gorgeous on the skin. It's beautiful as like an inner corner highlight or even on the face, but as you can see it's very, very powdery, but it looks absolutely stunning on the skin like when you blend it out. It doesn't really emphasize texture or anything like that. Look at that. That is a perfect highlight for if you have fair skin. So I've really been enjoying the shimmer palette. Now as far as the matte sculpting palette, I don't really like this one. Again, it is very powdery. I just don't like the colors that are in here. I feel like when you put them on the skin, it's a little bit patchy. I've been using this middle shade right here to try and contour with. I thought it would be a perfect shade, but for me, it just comes off really patchy on the skin. It's not my cup of tea. I've also tried, see, I don't know, you can kind of tell from the swatch there that it's not like a consistent amount of color. It's just a little bit patchy, very kind of difficult for me to work with, and that's the bronzer shade right there. I've tried to use this as a bronzer as well on the face. I just don't like these. I just feel like the colors aren't my cup of tea and they just don't blend very well. I would say if you're wanting to pick any of these up, I would say get the shimmer one over the matte one, because I'm probably not even going to be using this. It's just, I don't like the way it blends on the skin. It's definitely not my favorite. Onto another contouring product. This one I actually really like. This is the Catrice Prime and Fine Professional Contouring Palette. This is what it looks like right here. I love this. This contour shade is absolutely beautiful on the skin. This is in the shade 10 Ashy Radiance. I absolutely love this contour palette. I do have this as my contour today. It just looks really nice on the skin. It blends out very easily. It's nice and pigmented. That is what it looks like. It's just a perfect contouring shade. That is what it looks like kind of blended out on the skin. Definitely perfect if you have fair skin. Now the highlight in this palette, I'm not the biggest fan of this highlight. I do like it for underneath the brow. I have it underneath my eyebrow today, like as a brow bone highlight, but I don't like it on the cheeks. That is what it looks like. It does look beautiful on the eyes, but if you're somebody that has texture on the skin, which I do sometimes get a little bit of texture on my skin right up here, I feel like it does kind of accentuate that. So this isn't my favorite highlighter to use on the face, but I will continue to use it underneath the brow because I definitely feel like it looks really nice underneath the brow. It gives it a nice little highlight, I feel like, so I do like it for that. But overall, this is a great value, a perfect contour little palette from the drugstore. It's amazing. You need to try it. I did get several foundations during that drugstore haul. The first one being the Sonia Kashuk Soft Focus Satin Matte Foundation. And I bought the shade 02 Vanilla. This is a beautiful foundation. I love this so much. I actually bought the lightest shade as well, which is in 01 Bisque. These are beautiful. The packaging is so stunning. It's a glass bottle. You get a pump, which is amazing. I love the way this looks on the skin. It just looks like your skin. It's so beautiful. It lasts a long time on the face. It doesn't accentuate problem areas or anything like that. It's just stunning. I am obsessed with this foundation. I do have a little bit of a con with it though, and that is that it does have a little bit of a florally scent to it, which I'm pretty sure I've mentioned to you guys before. It does have a pretty strong scent. It's not a scent that lingers or anything, so it's not something that turns me away from the foundation. Obviously, I really, really like it. Another thing I want to kind of touch on is the shades of this foundation. The 02 Vanilla and the 01 Bisque. These are the 2 lightest shades, and they are still pretty dark, so if you are fair complected like myself, it is kind of dark, even the lightest shade is still a little bit dark for me, and they do have a pretty yellow undertone to them, so if you're somebody that's looking for a more pink undertone foundation, you won't like these because these are pretty yellow toned. I can usually make the colors work for me by applying concealer and stuff like that to kind of lighten up certain areas and make it look a little bit more cohesive, but if you're somebody that is a lot fairer than I am, or if you're looking for a pink undertone foundation, I would say you probably wouldn't like these. Love this nonetheless. I think it is beautiful on the skin. It's quickly becoming one of my favorite foundations, and it's so affordable. I think it's like $12 or $13. You definitely need to try it. You can pick it up at Target. I'm obsessed. This is so nice. I wanted to kind of update you guys on the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation. Now, I did a whole video on this whole collection. I'll have that linked down below if you haven't seen it. The two shades that I got are Porcelain and Soft Ivory. Now, I do like these foundations. I think they are really nice. They haven't broken me out or anything. They are the foundations that I'm wearing today. I love the way they look on camera and in pictures. I think they're absolutely stunning. But I mentioned in that video that this is a foundation that I wouldn't wear for an extended period of time. I don't think I would wear this to work, and I don't think I would really wear this out, but for filming purposes and picture purposes and stuff like that, I definitely think that I would continue to use these. I'm enjoying them right now. If you are curious about them, they're very affordable to try out, and I think they look stunning on the skin, but like I said, it's not something that I would want to wear for an extended period of time. But for filming videos and stuff like that, I do think it is a really great foundation. The Wet n Wild powder is absolutely amazing. This is the shade Warm Light. Again, I used this in that Wet n Wild first impression video, which I'll have that linked down below, but this is such a beautiful powder. It reminds me a lot of MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Natural. Definitely think that you should check it out. It's perfect for kind of touch-ups. It's perfect if you need a little bit of extra coverage, and I actually did buy another one. This one's a darker shade. This one's in the shade Dark Cafe, and I've been using this as a bronzer, and I think it looks absolutely stunning. It is a little bit more on the kind of orangey side, so you definitely have to be really careful when you use it, but the powder is so finely milled. It blends out like a dream. You cannot go wrong with these powders. I think they're like $4.99, so great deal, great powders. You need to check these out. Since we're kind of talking about the Photo Focus line, I do want to quickly mention the concealer as well. This was something that I was kind of on the fence about, but after using it a little bit longer underneath the eyes, I really do like it. I've been mixing it with my Wet n Wild Illuminati concealer pen, and I think the combination is perfect. I've been reaching for it a lot more than I've been reaching for my Tarte Shape Tape for underneath my eyes. I don't like this, however, on the center of my face. I think that it kind of clogs my pores a little bit, and it just looks a little bit dry on my face and cakey on the center of my face, which is kind of weird because it doesn't look like that at all underneath my eyes. It is the concealer that I have underneath my eyes today in combination with the Wet n Wild Illuminati concealer pen. I really like this stuff. The next thing that I have is the Flower Beauty Perfecting Primer. Now, I've only used this once. Today is actually the first day that I'm using it. I do kind of like it, but it isn't a primer that is going to smooth out the skin. It's not very good at pore minimizing or anything like that. It kind of feels almost like silicone, but it glides on the skin really nicely. It does have a nice little scent to it, and it makes your makeup glide on pretty nicely, but it's not something that really kind of conceals the pores or anything like that. Like I said, this is the first time I'm using it, so I'm not 100% sold on how it works or anything. I don't know how long it makes your foundation last or anything, so I'll definitely keep you guys updated on this primer. I'll use it a little bit more and update you guys maybe on a hits and misses or something like that, but I just wanted to kind of give you a quick little mention about how I noticed that it worked today. So that is the Flower Beauty Perfecting Primer. The next thing that I have is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Makeup Highlighting Stick. This is so nice. This is in the shade When the Nude Strikes. It's kind of a more pinky toned highlighting stick. I love this. This is so beautiful. I'll kind of swatch it for you. That is what it kind of looks like right there. Now, this is kind of glittery, so I never apply this on top of my foundation. I always apply this after I apply my primer just on the tops of my cheeks here and a little bit above my eyebrow because it is a little bit glittery. I don't like it to be on top of my foundation. I like to have my foundation kind of tone down the glitter a little bit, but this looks absolutely stunning on the skin. I feel like it enhances your highlight and really makes it kind of pop. I love this. This is amazing. This is definitely comparable to higher end highlighting sticks. The next highlighter that I have is also from Wet n Wild, and this is the Mega Glow Highlighting Powder in Precious Petals. Now, this product I am very disappointed in. There is so much hype on this highlighter. So many people are like, it's the best highlighter from the drugstore, it's amazing. I I don't like it. I mean, maybe if you have more of like a medium skin tone or like a tan skin tone, it'll look nice on you because it is kind of like a peachy champagne color. But I just feel like this does not look good on my cheeks. I feel like it looks kind of dirty. I feel like it really kind of clings on to texture. I just don't like this. I don't see what the hype is on this highlighting powder. I had wanted it for so long, and when I got it and put it on my cheeks, I was like, what the heck? Why is there so much hype on this? You'll have to let me know if you have this highlighting powder and if you like it. I just personally, I just don't like it. I don't like it at all. I was very disappointed. Maybe I had too high of expectations. I don't really know, but definitely not my favorite. I would say personally skip on this because it's just kind of an overhyped product in my opinion. A highlighter that I would say is worth the hype is the Makeup Revolution Vivid Baked Highlighter. This one's in the shade Radiant Lights. I know a lot of people rave about these highlighters. I think they talk about the Golden Lights, which is more of like a gold. This is more of like a pink highlighting shade. That is what it looks like right there. This is stunning. This is so smooth and gives such a nice glow to the skin. I don't know if you can really see that because that Wet n Wild highlight is so blinding, but I do have it on my cheeks today. I love this. This is so beautiful. I have this on top of the Wet n Wild little highlighting stick. The combination is just so gorgeous. I love the combination of these two. Definitely pick this up. I know there's several different shades, so you can definitely find something to suit your skin tone, but this is amazing. You definitely need to try this. This is probably one of the best highlighters that I've tried from the drugstore. The next thing that I have is the Catrice eyeshadow base, and this has actually been a pleasant surprise. I have been using this ever since I got it, and I have fallen in love. I think it is so nice on the eyes. It's not like as full coverage as like a MAC paint pot, but it does provide a little bit of a tint to kind of cover up any veins and stuff that I have on my eyes. It's probably the best eyeshadow base that I've ever found from the drugstore because it provides a little bit of tint. Your shadows blend beautifully on top of it, and I feel like it lasts a pretty long time. I have pretty oily eyelids, so my eyeshadow typically creases after about 6 hours of wear or so, but this, I feel like it lasts a long time on the eyes without my eyeshadows creasing. I really do like it. These two products were kind of a miss for me. These are the Catrice eyeshadow palettes. This one is in Chocolate Nudes, and then I also have Absolute Rose. Now, I used these in my Valentine's Day makeup tutorial, and they work okay, but they're not something that I would necessarily recommend to you guys. I just find that they are a little bit difficult to blend. You really do have to kind of build up the color. They're not very pigmented. I definitely feel like you can get a lot better quality eyeshadows from like Wet n Wild or e.l.f. So I would probably recommend those over these. I just don't think that these are really worth the money. There are some shades in here that are really, really great, but the darker shades, like the crease shades and the outer corner shades and stuff like that, I definitely just don't feel like they are worth it. So I would say skip on these and get something maybe from Wet n Wild or from e.l.f. because their eyeshadows are both really amazing. So I would say skip on these. The next thing that I have here is the Wet n Wild Ultimate Brow Mascara. Now, this is supposed to be like a conditioning brow gel. It's supposed to have things in it that are going to help condition your brow, like soy proteins and stuff like that. And it's supposed to have like a nice little tint, which this one does have a really nice tint. That is what it kind of looks like right there. The wand is actually really nice. This one's in the shade Nothing But Brunette. I do have this on my eyebrows today. I'm kind of undecided about this because I like it. I like the effect that it gives to my eyebrows. I like the color. I think it looks really nice on the eyebrows. If you're just looking for something to quickly sweep through the brows, this is a good option to go for, but this is a product that does not really last in the eyebrows. I'm used to my Anastasia Clear Brow Gel that really just is like super glue for the brows. It just locks them in place and they do not move at all. With this isn't something that's going to lock your eyebrows in place. Now, you can still like move your hairs and stuff like that. It's not like crunchy, I guess. I definitely feel like my eyebrows fade throughout the day when I use this, so this isn't something that I would use if I'm going to be out somewhere for a long period of time. But if you're just looking for something to sweep on when you go run errands and stuff like that, this would be a good option. I don't think I would ever really repurchase it because, like I said, I want something that's really gonna lock in the brow and make sure that it's not gonna go anywhere. The next two things are the Wet n Wild Gel Lip Liners. Now, these are actually really, really good. I love these. I've been using this one in Bare to Comment a lot. Pretty much in all of my previous videos, I've been wearing this lip liner with a little bit of lip gloss on top, and I just love the way that it looks. It's definitely perfect for every day. It's just a great kind of everyday nude shade. I've used a lot of this. I'm probably gonna run out very, very soon. This one is in the shade Never Petal Down, and this one's a little bit more of a pinky shade. This is what I have on today with Dose of Colors Stone Liquid Lipstick on top. Now, I really like these. These are very affordable. They're very creamy, very comfortable to wear on the lips, but since they are so creamy, I do find that sometimes they kind of go outside of my natural lip line, which I'm not really all about that life. I don't like to overline my lips or anything because I feel like I have pretty big lips already. Like, I don't feel the need to overline my lips. So I do feel like it's kind of easy to get carried away with these, but the colors are amazing. They are so pigmented and they are so comfortable on the lips. If you're somebody that has really dry lips, I think you would love these. I do like the way that it looks on the lips. I love the way it feels on the lips, but it's not something that's going to be super long wearing, so just keep that in mind. But overall, they are amazing from the drugstore. I really like them. The last thing that I have from Wet n Wild is the Lash Renegade mascara. Now, I was really excited about this because I haven't tried drugstore mascara in a long time. I love the packaging. I think the packaging is so cute. That is what the wand kind of looks like right there. It's got a little ball on the end of it, which I thought was going to be really good at kind of like getting in the inner corner of the eye and stuff like that. But honestly, I'm just not the biggest fan of this wand. I almost always stab myself in the eye when I'm applying this mascara, and it hurts. Like, these bristles freaking hurt. So I don't like it. I feel like the formula doesn't really do much for my eyelashes. I don't feel like it's really volumizing. I don't feel like it really lengthens. I feel like it's really difficult for me to kind of blend my natural lashes with my false lashes when I'm wearing false lashes. I'm just not a fan of it. I would say pass. It's definitely not my favorite. And then the last thing that I have to share with you guys is this blush from Pacifica, and this is in the shade Camellia. Even though you don't get a lot of product, this blush is really, really nice. I know I had mentioned in my drugstore haul that I thought it was $17. It's $12, which I still feel like is a little bit expensive for how little product that you get in here, but this color is absolutely stunning. I've been using this ever since I got it, just kind of more towards the front of my cheeks, just to kind of give a little bit of a rosy glow. It's gorgeous. It's a very, very light blush, so if you're somebody that has darker skin, I definitely don't know if it would work for you, but that is what it looks like right there on the end. It's just such a beautiful, like, glowy blush. It looks gorgeous on the cheeks. I absolutely love this. The staying power of it is really nice, and it's got really good ingredients in it, so I'm obsessed with this. They do have one other shade which I kind of want to get my hands on, but Camellia is beautiful. Definitely worth the money. But that is going to be it for this drugstore update. I hope you guys enjoyed this style of video. I've never done anything like this before on my channel, so give it a thumbs up if you did enjoy it and want me to do more of these. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below if you are new to my channel, and I will talk to you guys soon in my next video. Bye!